the time-traveling plane that showed up 3 decades after its disappearance. Imagine you being a pilot that took off from one country in some year and ended up in another country some other year. What would you feel like? That someone is playing a joke on you? Even for the most daring and adventurous type, that would be bizarre. Apparently, this bizarre situation seems to be the case of Pan Am Flight 914. On the 2nd of July, 1955, Pan Am Flight 914 took off from New York to Miami, Florida, with 57 passengers on board and a crew of 4. Everything seemed to be fine while everybody waited to land and enjoy the beaches of Florida. But 3 hours later, when it should have already landed, it was nowhere to be seen. Yes, it just disappeared. When Air Traffic Control contacted New York Tower for an update, they said it just went off the radar. They couldn't get to them through the radio. As well, no distress signals were received either. Finally, it seemed fair enough to be considered that the plane was lost. There was no sign of the plane or the passengers, and the crew of 61 people on board. The only explanation that could possibly pop out was that the plane crashed midway after it took off from New York to Miami, Florida. Investigations were deployed, and the Coast Guard swept the waters but found no luck in finding the big flying machine. It was like the flight never existed, wiped out of existence. The mystery was left unsolved, and a statement was issued saying the plane crashed. On the 9th of September, 1985, Caracas, Venezuela. The air traffic controller there, Juan de la Corte, was enjoying his workday as usual. As he was looking in the radar for his flight's crossing, he saw something weird. A new marking appeared on the radar out of the blue. He thought that the system had made a mistake and tried to recheck everything. But to everyone's surprise, it wasn't a mistake. A few moments later, they could even see the plane approaching. They saw what seemed to be a normal plane, but soon they could see it was a very old plane, a DC-4 McDonnell Douglas passenger aircraft, and with propellers instead of the modern turbines. Soon the flight tried to contact the tower. They asked them in English, "Where are we?" The tower answered back saying it was in Caracas, Venezuela, and asked back where the flight was headed. There was a pause on the other side of the line until when they responded by saying, "We are Pan Am 914 heading to Miami from New York." The air traffic controller had a panic situation as to what it was doing 1,100 miles off its destination. The controller further asked for more information, seeking answers to what a Pan Am flight was doing at his airport. The pilots responded back saying they were scheduled to land at 9:55 a.m. on July 2, 1955. The controller was baffled. Not knowing what to do, he cleared the plane for landing. The plane landed safely. Soon, his curiosity could not hold back, and he asked the pilot, "Do you know today is September 9th, 1985? There was a huge pause, followed by, "What are you talking about?" The pilot saw the security guards rushing towards them. They soon shouted back on the radio saying, "No, stay away from us." Saying this, the pilot started the engines and gushed his plane onto the runway and took off. It went up until it could not be seen and soon disappeared off the radars too. No trace, or even a single piece of the plane was found or to be seen ever again until this day. What could it be? Was this a collective hallucination? Or could it be time travel? Is time travel possible? How did they do that? What exactly happened? The story was first covered on a tabloid called the Weekly World News back in 1985. Yes, you heard it right, 1985. Well, we should just close the topic right away because come on. A plane disappeared from a very short distance course and only one news weekly covers the story, and that too 30 years later? Sounds fishy enough to close it off right here. But that's not all. After a few years, it posted about the landing and appearance of the plane again in 1992, with a different photo of the air traffic controller this time. Haha, good joke, isn't it? First, it was 30 years. Then it was changed to 37 years. and the air traffic controller was changed too, and also the different parts of the story did not match too. Guess someone did not do their job of reading the old one before writing the new one properly. Seriously guys, at least do your homework. Hence it's a fake. Many of them on the internet have tried to follow up and investigate in the story only to rule it out as a fake. Over the years, the story has been doing rounds on the internet with its own spice added. Some people even claim to have their relatives who were on board still alive and with them, also saying they did not look a day older when they arrived to that of when they left. Wait, what? Is this the movie Interstellar? Like seriously, nah, just kidding. Many have claimed a lot of other theories too, but no one has been able to provide any proof of the same. But could it be a cover-up to hide that time travel was actually possible? Don't they do it all the time? Guess we will never know. Unless, of course, you were on the same flight and we hurt your sentiments. Please write to us in the comments below if you were really on that flight. We would be happy to host you. For those of you who weren't on this flight, what do you think about the whole story? Is it true or is it fake? Let us know. Do you have any mind-boggling questions that you would like answered? If yes, tell us in the comments section below and we will try to answer the most liked questions in our next videos. Or perhaps you've learned something new or interesting from this video. Then subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified on such awesome videos regularly.